Okay, sorry for the delay I caused because I wasn't paying attention. We have a quorum. We're going to begin the meeting at 3:06, and we're going to begin with public comments. Anyone wish to make public comments?
I would love to make a public comment.
Okay, whenever you want to begin.
Okay, it's going to be really short. I just wanted to thank Dennis, Krista, and Anna for putting the committee meeting minutes up on the website. That is something that we've been asking for quite some time, and we're very happy to see that it's done and available. It makes it much easier for the community to follow what's going on in the authority. So thank you very much.
Anything else, ma'am?
Nope.
Thank you very much. Miss Bowman, would you like to address?
No, I don't have anything to comment on today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you and welcome to the meeting.
Just dropped in to see what's going on.
No problem. Anyone else wish to make public comments? Okay, hearing silence, we're going to move on to acceptance of the minutes for November 9th, 2021 meeting. I make a motion to accept. Is there a second?
Well, I'll just say that I cannot. I wasn't there, so I can't really do that. But I did read them, and I thought they were well done. I just don't know about the
Okay.
substance.
Dara, can you second?
I got some problems with them, so there's going to have to be some changes. For purposes of discussion, I'm seconding the acceptance of the minutes.
Okay. Hearing second, on to discussion.
Thanks. Mr. Chair, I do have a question. First page, go down toward the bottom, Budget and Finance Committee, what Mr. Canamule, meaning me.
Well, I think that
Report
Jefferson
back.
County has a lot of.
Right.
What are we doing?
Sorry about that. I hit the space bar and it started the video.
All right, under Budget and Finance Committee, the language came back clean with no findings. That should be deleted, and in its place, it should be substituted. Noted that the audit came back without any adverse findings. And the second change that I propose is under my signature as a treasurer secretary, that be noted as on behalf of the executive committee. I had made this request a week or so ago when the email went out. So that's it.
Okay, I don't have a problem with either one of those. Okay, so we'll get those edits done. And on to any objections.
If there's any question, whoever's working on the minutes, Anna, if it's you, just give me a call or get a hold of me and I'll redo it for you. So, thank you.
Okay, any objections to the motion to accept the minutes as amended? Hearing none, motion carries. On to treasurer's report.
Okie dokie.
Well, I think that.
We did it again.
I did. My hand sits right next to the space bar, and if I twitch, I hit it.
All right, folks. I haven't had time to really delve into the financial statements with any kind of cogency, but briefly, we're 5/12 of the way. That's 1 month shy of our halfway mark of our fiscal year. So this is what that's reporting. Profit and loss for November 2021. If you're looking at that sheet, you'll note that our total income is down 33.4% from where it was last year. Now, this may be, as has been said several times, a temporal situation due to our funding through the Jefferson County Commission. But our net ordinary income is reported as down 46.4% if you go about 5/8 of the way down on that profit and loss statement. All right, there was an extra profit and loss statement provided in the packet. I'm skipping over to the balance sheet now. If you scan as of November 30th, 2021, if you scan down, again, about maybe 3/4 of the way down there, total assets, the line total assets, you'll notice that these have declined 43.8%. And I may need new glasses here, but in any event. And if you flip over to the next page, you'll notice that our total liabilities, on the other hand, have declined 49.3%. So the balance is a good balance to have. I haven't dug into this enough to see where those are coming from. I'll report on that at the next board meeting next week. Okay, so
Just Dara,
go ahead.
those are attributed to the brisk sales liabilities and the encumbrance. Our debt service is diminishing with the 2 state lenders as we sell properties.
Yeah, I would think that's reasonable, Dennis, and that seems to be what the sheets are saying. I agree, absolutely. And that's good. It's a good thing. Profit and loss, budget versus actual. At this point, July to November of this fiscal year, we're down $26,237. Again, that may be a timing problem with, or a situation with our grants from the Jefferson County Commission. There's no comparison to the last year to date, so on this report, so we can't really compare it. In any event, we also had the financial statement or financial report from Decker and Company, and folks can recall. I'm sure you do, but I'll say it anyway. These are our accountants, basically. Not our fiscal auditors. Decker and Company looks at our books about 4 times a year, and they just make sure everything seems to be in order. And so in any event, if you look at their letter, basically, their review is limited. Management has elected to omit substantial disclosures and statements of cash flows required by accounting principles generally accepted in America. And therefore, what Decker is doing is simply a review of what we've done fiscally for up to that quarter. So, okay, that's it. Any questions?
I have none, sir. Any questions, James?
No, I don't. Thanks.
Okay, make a motion to accept the treasurer's report as provided.
I second that. You say,
Okay, and any further discussion? None? Any opposed to the motion? None, motion carries. Okay, on to committee reports. Agricultural. Michelle's not here. Dara, you're on that, right?
Yes, I am.
Are you prepared to give
I
us something?
am not. I don't believe I attended the last committee meeting.
Okay.
I was unable to
So-
attend it.
Real quickly, staff, Ryan is doing a wonderful job, moving very briskly. Has had meetings with regional state providers. He participated in a regional food plan, ag plan initiative 3 weeks ago at Shepherd University. He toured Michelle Suttoff's farm 2 weeks ago. He will be starting a blog right before, either right around after the Christmas holiday or after the first of the year. We worked on that together, just did some wordsmithing with him. We're going to have a conversation with Marketing Alliance about developing some collateral materials and in review of the short and long-term work plan that Ryan gave to the committee last month. He's achieving the short-term goals rather quickly, efficiently, and the mid-range goals should be checked off by mid-April or May. So he's moving forward rather well and making introductions regionally and locally that he needs to build the cooperative spirit to move the initiative forward.
That's all good news, Dennis. That's good. It's wonderful.
Any questions for Dennis regarding the agricultural committee? Hearing none under business development and marketing, we did not meet this month. Governmental and legislative affairs, I don't believe they met either.
Right, we did not meet.
Okay,
We do have a plan, though, that I just wanted to mention to in January to have host some of the state level representatives and senators on a similar conversation like we had with the municipal leaders, or that's an idea that we have. It's got, it's not quite gelled yet, but that's the idea, and it would we'd have to just think about how that coincides with the legislative session that's starting early in January. So that's in the works, but there are some things to consider. So
okay. On to budget and finance. Dara, did we have a meeting?
No, we did not.
Okay,
Not.
Just real quickly, we will have to have a meeting in early January to review the budget for FY 22-23.
okay. So we'll get that on the calendar then.
Yes, sir.
On to unfinished business, property study proposal.
Nothing new to report. We will be working with BDM, Business Development Marketing, in January to take to the full board an RFP that we would like to release that will allow submittals from firms identified that can meet the criterion to assist the EDA and the County Commission in identifying potential sites for industrial park or industrial opportunities that meet a threshold of criterion. And we will present that draft RFP to the full board in January.
Okay, Dennis, a question regarding that. Is
Yes,
that a firm that specializes in that, or is that something that a realtor can do?
No, sir, that would be an engineering firm. These are very thorough, that would entail a full sundry, but no, real estate professionals would not be able to participate. Those are a little higher as far as the geotechnical and infrastructure information. It does a full cost analysis, breakdown of properties A through C. These are the scenarios. This is the net developable acres coinciding with all county, state regulations, that sort of thing with zoning, and making sure that it would meet the criterion that we want. So it would be a little higher threshold than a real estate agency.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
No new business.
No, sir.
Director's report.
Yes, sir. Rather quickly, I had been out for the last 10 days, but I want to thank the team. They carried on very well, not relatively well, but very, very well. We're able to move some initiatives forward and continue some initiatives, start some new initiatives as well. I want to thank Krista and Anna and Ryan for the hard work they did with Neon Cloud. We've had a marketing team in doing a video of assets for Jefferson County in relationship to the regional partnership that we're a part of that used to be known as West PEP, that is now the Eastern West Virginia Economic Alliance. And that is a 4-county consortium of Jefferson, Berkeley, Morgan, and Hampshire County Economic Development offices that market our region for potential investment and opportunities. We were able to leverage from that regional group, from Region 9 Planning Development Council, some monies to develop a marketing video and Sean was able, I appreciate Sean as well, the last 2 days. The team from Neon Cloud has been in the community shooting community assets for our local initiative that we'll have access to, as well as a regional initiative as well. We did close on Project Herd. That is going through the channels to have a lot transferred from the JCDA to the company has purchased that. We were able to work with our attorney and with officials from TMA. There was some paperwork required for the county to issue a building permit. Merger deed has been moved forward and is moving down the pike, and we're now working with company, the construction company for TMA to get their building permit so they can start moving forward. We're going to have we have 2 projects that have inquired, and we'll be making offers in the industrial park for lot 1 and lot 29. This is going to be Project Direct Care for lot 1, and Project Crawdad is considering option on lot 29. Both will be great, impactful for jobs and wages and new tax revenue for the county. State Development Office has sent us a questionnaire, and we worked through about 4 iterations for Project Tricycle. We have another series of issues we have to work out with them, some questions they've had. So one thing I like to point to, project activity is brisk. Project activity is up. If the board would approve these 2 options that they'll consider in early January, that'll take the number of developable lots from a net 68 to right under 50 acres. So it's kind of a critical mass for us to have that conversation about the marketing, the RFP rather, for the business development initiative. While I was gone last week, we did have a question, and I need you all to agree. In theory, Shintel is laying fiber for Sheets Distribution Center, which is completed construction, looks wonderful, already in a hiring practice. But you can see from the letter that they drafted, upon further review, the road on James Burr is not in the state system. And this predates our current team, our current board. I know after some conversations via text and telephone while I was out of the office, we have had a discussion with the Department of Highways on getting this section of the industrial roads in the park over to state access, in addition to another. But what Shintel needed was permission from us to lay fiber, and contingent for our concurrent, our agreement rather, was that even though this is not in the state system, that they would install and develop the conduit for the fiber for Sheets would be done in concert and understanding that it would be done to state standards, as if the road were already into the Department of Highways system for care and maintenance and operation. Seen is not, and still ours, it's considered a private road, but the letter I've got before you will stipulate that Shintel, will meet state standards from Department of Highways prescribed in their materials. And when we are successful in bringing James Burr Boulevard in James Burr Road into the state system, this additional infrastructure will adhere to their standards. So I just wanted to make the board aware of that. We agreed in that because it was going to hold up construction, and the completion of the construction project. And this has been done prior to current executive staff. This has been done historically by the Development Authority for other projects along the road. but I figured y'all might have a question about that.
So
Okay.
ultimately, they're gonna proceed with the laying of the fiber, and they're gonna do it in ordinance with state and local regulations.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Very strict about that. Would not agree to anything. Want to appreciate the guidance from the planning and zoning office. Would not proffer an opinion. However, did provide advice on how to work with Chantel. And Chantel was fantastic and understood. And the State Department of Highways, once again, would not offer advice as a road is not in system, but theoretically, this would make things more amenable when we move forward. So we were we were the easy piece on the chessboard to work with to make sure all parties understood how we were moving. That's all I have with that, but I would like to show you all rather quickly 2 additional videos that we have completed with Marketing Alliance that talk about, from a site selector's perspective, why Jefferson County is an advantageous opportunity for investment. And from James Rumsey, Career Training Center, Donna Van Meter, the administrator there, talks about.
Dennis, before
Yep.
you move on, just so I'm clear, the Chantel thing, when you're talking about fiber, you're talking about laying cable for communications. That's it, right?
I'm talking about their infrastructure for communications. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So Dennis, I have a question on that as well, just for clarity, just for me, because I don't have the background, but are there other roads or streets in the park that need also to join the state highway system, or is this going to cover it all now?
That is a great question. The only one I can speak to is what we're speaking to now, and there's the additional road. I don't want to speak to something that I'm not prepared. There is an additional road ending in a cul-de-sac that also has to be addressed. And this has been a 2-year process that predates current staff, and we're going to have to revive that and move it forward. But yes, yes.
Oh, yeah, this is interesting that it would somehow not all be covered, but I don't want to ask why.
I don't disagree with you. It is interesting, but not, they've changed, as any time you change state executives, they change processes. And as the park developed, how do I answer this the right way? As the park developed, there may not have been the communication that was needed from both sides, both the local agency and the state agency. That's what I'm able to glean.
Okay.
It's a matter of semantics. It's a matter of paperwork. It's a matter of time. It's not a matter of was the roads were built to standard. The infrastructure has been laid to standard. The great planning and zoning initiative and the comprehensive plan that we have, there's nothing substantial. It's paperwork. It's not construction. It's not anything to those regards. So, we're not waving a red flag or a warning flag. It's just procedure, and I can't explain to you why it hasn't went through.
Okay. I guess it's sort of maybe a lesson for the future, but it sounds like it's been dealt with.
Yes, sir. We're going to get there.
Okay. But I have another one other thing though, just real quick.
Yes, sir.
The 2 projects you mentioned, I think for lot 2 and lot 29, I'm not sure those are the right numbers.
Yeah.
Can you point me, have we talked about those before? Maybe it's just I've missed a couple meetings. I didn't hear it.
Nope. No, we have not. These are both new.
So will we talk about that at the board meeting? Like some of
Yes.
the details, like job numbers and things like that? Okay,
Yes, sir, we will.
great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gentlemen, just a little more clarity on the road situation. When going back probably about 3 years ago, maybe, I know it was definitely before Dennis got here. It was identified that for some reason, and nobody knew the reason why, 2 of the roads in the plan, for some reason, just didn't convey over to the state. Whether the state did it on data entry, it wasn't on the right list, whatever. So we did begin that process. And then I'm not quite sure where it went from there. So I'm glad that Dennis said that he'll look into it and let us know. But this they said it's not unusual when we had met with the state a couple of years ago. You add 20 roads, it's data entry. Somebody skips over a line and misses one or two. But that's where we were with that.
Hey, Sean.
Oh, hi, Neil.
Hey, sorry. This little thing called pandemic is still itching at us over here, so sorry for late. Thing about the roads is the state doesn't want to have any roads they don't have to have. So things like a business park that have cul-de-sacs and, you know, twists and turns that don't really need to be serviced in certain ways. So the state tries not to pick up roads, miles of roads that they're then required to maintain and plow and whatever if they don't have to. So they like leaving that in the county's hands or in private ownership. So you're right, we started this thing quite a while back, and it's just how it kind of tends to be. It takes this long for things like this to sort itself out. So I just wanted to offer that little bit of a historical perspective there.
And for meets and measures, surveying terms, this would be both Steely Way and James Burr Boulevard.
And really, I guess we have Chantel to thank, because until they came to the table, none of this was being discussed at all much. So
Yeah, we thought they had conveyed over, so it was off our plate.
Yep. So anyway, that's the story. The state doesn't want to have anything on their books that they don't like use on a regular basis for their benefit. So these are things that are used by those who occupy the business park. And so it's hard to get them to take on things like that. And I can't blame them. They got a lot of miles of road to handle.
Okay, cool. Well, welcome, Neil.
Thanks. Sir.
Mr. Director, I'm sorry we kind of went off track. Go ahead.
Not off track. Good conversation and a wonderful point from, that's important point from Mr. McLaughlin because of tenure and added some clarity, and I appreciate that. But just real quickly, we have two more videos we'd like to preview with you all prior to showing the full board. And as I told you, this is James Rumsey Technical Institute, the administrator, Donna Van Meter, talking about regional workforce training, workforce development.
James Rumsey Technical Institute is essentially 3 schools in one that serves our 4-state area. We serve our high school students in Morgan, Jefferson, and Berkeley County in 19 different technical programs that range from the traditional trades to our STEAM programs. We also have 9 adult programs that are certification programs. The third way we serve our community is through our Adult Ed Center. This is for adults who are seeking their high school equivalency. We work very closely with our business partners to develop short-term training modules that are specific to them. So we meet with our businesses, we identify the skill sets that need to be met, and then we flesh out training modules for their current employees. Often that training takes place in the evenings or on weekends. I am blessed that I work in a school with students. And what I love about the students is they're very motivated, they're very enthusiastic, the students that we have here. They want to problem solve, they want to be engaged, and they want to stay in our area. We have a very strict attendance policy because we want to be able to really emphasize with our students that what the workforce is looking for is a well-rounded employee. So our commitment is to providing our local economy and our local workforce with a skilled labor force.
I just wanted to tell you, I appreciated their access. You see, we had flexibility showing robotics, electrical, masonry, carpentry, a couple other trades. So we had unfeathered access there. And I really like this opportunity because it's not often that I've been able to market. We have a site selector that talks about why a community is a great place for a company or a site selector to consider for a potential investment.
Well, I think that Jefferson County has a lot of advantages. When we're looking at the big picture of things in site selection, geographic location, location to transportation networks, workforce, and real estate are at the top of the list of what a company is going to have in mind when they're looking for a new location to expand or grow their business. So Jefferson County's location in the eastern part of West Virginia, so close to the metro areas of DC and Northern Virginia, the closeness to the transportation networks that are there, both from logistics with I-81, the Dulles Airport, BWI International Airports for foreign direct investment, and the workforce. The labor shed of Jefferson County goes out quite a bit, and you've probably got almost 2 million people within 45 or 50 miles of the Jefferson County area, which would be a great advantage for any company looking at that location.
I just hope you all concur. It gives us a wonderful overture in the whole echelon, the whole context of the website. We talk about our location, our workforce, our other opportunities, and what you're seeing is just a smattering of what we will unveil at the full board meeting for everyone in January. That's it for me.
So for what it's worth, I couldn't see it, but maybe that was just me. I look forward to seeing it next time.
They look good, Dennis. They look good.
Thank you. Did they sound good, James?
I didn't hear anything either. It's just because I'm watching from a phone, I think.
Daggone it, I strike two. That's not fair.
That's a good. No, I'll see
I'm
it
sorry.
soon. Thank
I'm
you.
just joking with you, sir. I'm sorry.
Any other questions for Dennis regarding his report? Okay, none. Moving on to member comments. Any comments from the body? Okay. I did have one thing I wanted to address. It was going to be two, but Diane, you took the air out of one of my balloons. We did put the minutes for the committee meetings onto the website going back to January. So we're doing that moving forward. And I had a question whether or not we should cancel the December board meeting. And I think it's in a week, because that's the week of Christmas, and I don't know who all's traveling, who all's got family coming in. So I was just looking for a little guidance from the group. Any thoughts on that?
Dennis, is it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
The office will be closed half a day Thursday, both weeks, and closed on Friday.
I'll still be here Tuesday. So.
Yeah, my overall concern is it's a short week for staff. They need to make sure they get whatever they need to be done in a timely manner before they leave for the holiday. And then we all are pretty much in the same boat wherever we work, having short weeks and having to clear stuff off desks. I just felt it put undue stress on everybody to try to make a quorum for a meeting that, as of right now, I don't even think we have any new business for.
I'm comfortable with whatever is needed. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neil, how about you?
So the following meeting would be Tuesday, the 18th of January. So we'd be a little over a month. You know, I'm available, but if it's a hardship on others to get a quorum together, you know, if we have a specific thing we needed to do a quick one for, we could arrange that. But otherwise, I think probably good till January, unless.
Yeah, as of right now, we have nothing that we absolutely must have a meeting for.
Never
James, your
disappoint
thought?
Never disappoint too many people by dropping a meeting. So
Yeah, I think that makes sense unless Dennis, there's something about those two projects or other projects that you think we'll need to have input on between now and January.
Well, no, sir. They're understanding. Even two of those principals are one's out of state and one's out of country. They're just going to make sure they get our the request in before the end of the year.
Okay, so barring anything coming up, then my recommendation is that we forego the December 21st meeting.
Agreed.
With that, and I was gonna hold off on this, but I definitely want to address it. This is the last month Dara will be in the position of treasurer. He is remaining on the board. I do want to sincerely thank you, Dara, for all your work in the position of treasurer. I did appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I'm glad to see you staying on the board. The replacement until the next election will be Mr. Coyle, who has graciously agreed to slide in. I felt it was safe to say that if he had any questions, he could reach out to you as well as myself or staff,
Certainly.
just to kind of get the ball rolling. And I think he's going to be a suitable replacement. And I'm glad to see the board that we have. Thank everybody for the efforts that have gone on this year. Looking at the numbers, this has by far been the best productive year in a long time for this agency. And I don't think it would have happened with a different board. So thank you, everybody, for all your continued support, all your inputs, and all your activities and the amount of work you put in. Happy holidays, everybody. And let's have another banging year next year.
Thank you, Sean. Happy holiday.
With that being said, motion to adjourn. Second by Neil. All in favor, no objections. We have a motion. Thank you, everybody.